Hello everyone, my name is CinnamonToastKen. And welcome back to Danganronpa V3, Killing Harmony. In the last episode, we got halfway through the class trial for the murder of our beloved waifu number 2, Miu. Sad day, she's dead though. She got strangled. I pretty much got the case blown wide open. Like before we even started, I kind of figured out what was going on, and so far I've been right. I think it's Samugi. We're gonna keep on going and see if it is her. I'm pretty sure it is, but maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, Monokuma is also really super sad, and I think it's because Kokichi is like the mastermind this time. He like set the whole thing up, and Monokuma feels left out. Man, I'm bushed. I got no motivation at all. And maybe read it like he does now. And Monophane's period is late too. Father, why do you know Monophane's cycle?
And another.
Never mind that. Perhaps this lack of motivation is due to lack of hibernation.
Yeah?
Lack of hibernation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been sleeping well lately, so I haven't really been able to hibernate. That's awful. What could be causing it? It's because you have a lot on your mind? Is it because the graveyard shift pays better hourly wage? Is it because you don't want them to think you're just goofing around? Is it because you want to stay friends? Oh my god, how long is this going to go? Is it because you want to watch it in real time? Father? He's going into hibernation. We should let him be. Yeah, you're right. Night-night. All right, but now the class trial shall resume, and we shall figure out who done it.
My head.
He has.
Pull yourself together.
He's having memory problems.
I feel like I'm forgetting someone important to me, but I just can't. My head hurts so much. I just can't remember.
Have you forgotten? Maybe that's for the best. From this point forward, let's start a new life for ourselves. After all, our baby is excited to meet his daddy, you know?
No, come on. You guys are brother, like, I mean, they're supposed to be brother and sister, but I guess they're robots. It doesn't matter.
Daddy? Wait, what? I'm gonna be a father?
I kind of hope they have a little baby.
Death flag. I'll be surprised if he doesn't die after that.
More importantly, let's continue the conversation where we left off.
We understand Miu plotted the murder, but we need to find out who killed her.
And in order to figure that out, we need to understand Miu's actions. So let's discuss her murder scheme step by step.
Yeah, let's go back through it one more time.
Important, but hearing you lead the conversation really pisses me off.
Aww.
Let's see. Miu manipulated the virtual world to use it as part of her murder plan.
Don't just ignore me and start anyway.
If she had succeeded, she would have gone past the wall between the chapel and mansion. And then wham! Murdered me on the roof with the hammer.
Yep, you would have been dead.
She would make the murder seem like it happened in the real world, and then pin it on Kaito.
As for Miu's alibi in the real world, she could say she was locked into the virtual world. And in the virtual world, she could say she was near the chapel the entire time.
She'd make an excuse about how she couldn't reach the mansion because of the fallen bridge.
Yep. That was her whole plan. Oops, my hand slipped.
She dropped the bridge on purpose so she could separate the chapel from the mansion.
She dropped it in the water.
Then secretly passed through the wall she installed and took advantage of the loop. After, she headed to where we were supposed to meet up, the mansion's rooftop.
Yep.
Kaito was probably logged out around that time too.
That's when I saw Miu.
Yep, you saw her. You sure did. Kaito was logged out because of the cell phone.
Plans, we don't even know where she was killed.
She was killed on the roof, right? Kokichi told us the roof door was locked and that he couldn't get through.
Maybe that when culprit killed her.
That's probably what happened. The culprit killed her on the locked roof.
Did the culprit lock the door to the roof?
Perhaps. I don't think Miu did it. If Miu did lock it, she would have done it when she called Kokichi to the roof. Even if someone came up, I don't believe she would change the target of her plan. She knew that Kokichi would come up later. Locking the door would be suspicious.
Well, it's possible she didn't even think that far ahead.
She was smart, but she was also really, really dumb.
She was pretty dumb.
Don't say such mean things.
Oh, Gonta, shut up.
Killing game bad, not Miu.
Oh my god. Come on, not right now.
Miu not bad person. Don't to think we could have been friends if things different.
That might have been difficult, even without this killing game.
That wouldn't happen.
Nuh-uh. No way, Jose.
Huh? Anyway, let's continue the discussion.
Thank God.
If Mew was killed on the roof of the mansion, the culprit must have moved Mew's avatar to the chapel after
I was
killing
waiting
her,
for Kaido to jump in and say something, but he didn't do it. He had an opportunity, but he passed it. Thank God, though. We can move along.
So the next thing we should talk about is how they moved her avatar.
Now we know the mansion and chapel were actually next to each other.
Yep.
The problem is the wall between them.
Only Mew was able to go through that wall. The culprit wouldn't have been able to.
Then you're saying the culprit sent Mew's avatar through that wall?
Yeah, that's the only way, right?
But how did the culprit send Mew's avatar through the wall? I mean, it's not like they could have thrown her.
Don't not throw her!
We know. You couldn't because the avatar's physical strength was equalized.
Yep, nobody was stronger. Everyone had the same amount of strength.
Physical strength equalized?
Gonta.
That problem. Gonta no can protect everyone if that happens.
Gonta, come on.
Jeez, keep up with us. We're already in the second half of the class trial.
How did they send Mew's avatar to the other side of the wall? Maybe that thing has something to do with it. You know, the loud sound you heard?
That thing? I wonder what that could be. Oh yeah, the loud noise. Flashbacks. I guess it's good they do the flashbacks, so if you like have put the game down and haven't played it and you come back and you kind of forgotten what's going on, I guess it's okay.
Because of that sound, you guys went to the side of the chapel. Right, Keyboy? That's when you found the dead Mew there, right? If so, then I think that sound and her avatar being by the chapel are related.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind the noise related to this case. We need to figure out what the sound could have been. I might have the clue we need to solve this case. So what was it? The sound, something slamming hard into something else. What are those things? Two things could be. The cell phone, the lattice hitting the wall. Or Mew hitting the wall as well. I was wrong about the lattice? No, they both went.
That's it.
Okay, whatever, sure. Whatever, game.
The sound came from Mew's avatar hitting the chapel wall.
Well, how did she just, I mean, she didn't just get over there, you know, no problem. Lickety split, right? Unless some...
Hammer, cell phone, and lattice were there. But they were too small to make that noise.
How'd the lattice get over there? I'm pretty sure she was sitting on top of it.
Ruling those out, the only other explanation is that the sound was Mew colliding with a wall.
If that's the case, Mew's avatar must have hit the chapel wall really hard. We felt the impact all the way from the inside of the chapel.
We felt the impact. Good lord, was it like a bomb going off?
Yeah, that's the real question. Mew's avatar probably hit the chapel's wall with pretty considerable force. But why did it hit the wall with such force? Can you guys figure it out?
Yeah, I can figure it out.
Hold on, Kokichi. What's up with the way you're talking? Why are you talking like you know everything?
Let's not worry about that right now. More importantly, we gotta solve the mystery. Fighting among friends is a waste of time.
Friends? Us?
Kaido, just die already, Jesus.
Anyway, can we talk about that after we figure this problem out?
A way of transporting Mew's avatar that would cause it to crash into the chapel.
Yes, finally. There's only one way I can think to do that.
As your partner, I'll give you a little hint.
I don't need the hint.
Since the mansion was on top of a hill, the roof was pretty high up, right?
Just let me do it.
If the culprit needed force to move the body, I wonder how they did it.
I wonder. Can't let him distract me. I need to solve this case. Make Mew the chapel wall, the roof of the mansion. I'm gonna find the answer. Slid off, maybe? Slid off roof.
The culprit used the sloped roof as a slide for Mew's avatar.
Aw, man. Even with the slope and the snow, Mew's body wouldn't have slid.
Wrong. It would slide.
But the avatars can generate friction. We wouldn't have been able to walk otherwise. So I doubt that it would have had that much momentum.
No. It would slide.
It wouldn't slide, just like Maki Roll said.
It would slide, just like Shumai said.
Who the hell is Shumai?
Oh, he's a pupil of Ramen Man. Sorry, my hobby slipped in.
I'm positive that's how Mew's avatar was moved, but maybe the culprit used something else that would help her hide the body. You know, I wonder if I put it on a higher difficulty, if it would take out some of the useless stuff and let me go at it. Probably not. What are we doing here? The lattice?
Even if her avatar slid off the roof, would it slide off that quickly?
Well, duh, it would.
If it made that much noise, it must have built up a lot of speed.
Lots of snow piled up on roof. But not frozen solid, right?
We'd still slide, though.
In the real world, it might be difficult. But in the virtual world, perhaps not.
That's not the issue. Sliding down snow is easy to do. You just need a sled or skis to cut the friction.
There was nothing like that.
Oh, look who's wrong again. Look who's wrong again. Kaido, Jesus. I'm pretty sure he's gonna die after this. He's gonna be the next person to die. Half because he's gonna be so heartbroken because how stupid he's been this entire freaking trial. He's just been getting in the way nonstop.
Do you remember the lattice that was found by Miu's avatar? The culprit laid her on top of that, then used it as a sled on the roof. I did notice the lattice in the storage room when I first looked. But during the investigation, I saw that it was gone.
The lattice that was found next to the chapel is the one that disappeared from the roof? Then that's it. The culprit used the lattice as a sled.
Ding, ding, ding! That's correct! After the culprit killed Miu on the rooftop, they placed her corpse on a sled and slid her down the roof's steep slope.
The sled picked up speed,
man,
flew off the roof,
she went freaking flying,
glided through the wall only objects could pass through, and hit the chapel.
That's it. That's what happened. She went fast. She went a lot faster. But now comes the question of how.
The impact made all of her belongings scatter.
How and
the
who?
Hammer and cell phone.
Just like that hedgehog who loses all his rings whenever he crashes into
Sonic!
stuff.
The Sonic jokes.
I hate that guy and his worldwide fame and his stupid games, and I hate that hedgehog!
Oh, goodness.
Daddy, I'm glad you're feeling motivated again, but you shouldn't be so hateful.
He hates Sonic.
Gotta be an example to our new family.
Oh my God, is this still going on?
Yeah, Father. Or should I start calling you Grandfather now?
Now that we know how the body
He's just like
down, we're just one step away from the culprit. Well, Shuichi, do you know who the culprit is?
Not quite. I have an idea, but...
Yeah. In the end, we'll still need to guess the culprit, huh?
But Gonta can't believe one of us killed Miu.
However, since we know she was killed on the roof, we can narrow down the list of suspects. Meaning, the culprit must be someone who was investigating the mansion. Aside from Miu, the people at the chapel could not go through the wall or cross the river.
So that means the suspects are Kaito, Samugi, Shuichi, and Gonta.
Yep. It could still be Gonta, but I don't think so.
That's real sneaky, leaving yourself off the list.
Ooh, you got me.
That's right, 5 suspects. Me, Tsumugi, Gonta, Kokichi, and Kaido. We don't know enough to name the culprits yet, but one of them is suspicious. So it could have been Kaido. It could have been Kokichi. We don't know if it wasn't him really, but I don't think it was since he seems to be setting this up to try to get people off his case. Gonta it could have been, and then Samugi. The only 2 that stick out the most are Gonta and Samugi. What reason do they have to lie? I need to press the information before making any judgments. Who's the liar? About something on the roof? I mean, you? Did you lie?
It's you! Kokichi, there's something I need to know.
What do you need to know?
Why did you lie just now?
Which lie are you talking about, Shuichi? I lie a lot, so you'll need to jog my memory.
Fine. I'll expose your lie right now.
Instead of just telling you what you lied about, let's play a minigame. Oh, thank God. Also, I never went to the roof, not even for the meeting. It all began when Miu showed us the map. Oh, do I have to pick out which lie? Probably what happened. The culprit killed her on the locked roof.
It was that testimony that bothered me.
Oh my god. Yeah, minigame. Never mind. That's right. Minigame. Always a minigame.
I see it.
I see it. I got it.
When you were explaining that the door to the roof was locked, you said...
I never went up there.
But later, you said...
So the mansion was rooftop. The roof was pretty high up. Oh yeah, so he saw the roof. Okay, whatever, sure. Fantastic.
That's a lot of specific information. Stuff you wouldn't know if you hadn't been there.
Oh yeah! Now that you mention it, how did you know all that stuff?
You could probably see the steep slope of the roof from outside the mansion. But you wouldn't know about the brick handrail unless you went up to the roof yourself.
Huh? What?
Uh-oh, got him.
What's this all about, Kokichi? Did you actually go to the rooftop?
I didn't. I already told you that before.
Why you look so nervous?
Cause he's messing with us.
Is this a sincere reaction?
But there's no evidence that proves I went to the roof. Wait, I remember now. That thing Himiko said.
Me?
At the start of the class trial, I remember you saying the handrail was made of bricks. Ooh, you so clumsy, girl. Gotta be more careful there, Himiko.
It's my fault.
Himiko really say that?
She totally said that.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
She did not.
She did too.
Then when? Tell me how long ago. In hours, minutes, and seconds.
What a worthless fight!
Stop him, Grandpa! All this terrible fighting is bad for the baby!
Yeah, Grandfather. Stop them before your grandkid is born.
I'm not gonna apologize, cause Himiko said it.
So damn stubborn.
How much longer are you going to behave like this?
We don't have time for this. Kokichi is stubborn. He won't fess up no matter what. He's gonna be this stubborn. It makes me think he has something to hide. I'll get him to show his hand. I have to prove he was on the roof. But not like it. I don't mind like it, but I have to be aggressive. If we don't get the whole truth now, everyone's lives are in danger. So do I have to lie this time? Is that what I gotta do?
I didn't go to the roof.
I've had enough of your lies, man.
I'm not lying. The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it.
So what did Kokichi do?
I turned back at once, of course. And stayed in the salon the whole time, you know?
I'll reveal the truth.
Perjury! I'm lying with him now.
Kokichi, you're lying right now, aren't you?
Huh? Lying about what?
Just before the murder occurred, I went to the salon to check on you, but you weren't there.
What? Really?
I waited there for a while. You never showed up.
What's this all about, Kokichi? Didn't you go right back to the salon after finding the roof door locked?
I see. You use underhanded tactics too, huh, Shuichi? So who are you guys gonna believe? Shuichi or me?
I mean, it could be Kokichi. I mean, it really could. I mean, what would... Unless he was actually with Gonta the whole time. I think he was. But they never really bring that up for some reason. Maybe that's because they're waiting for the big reveal. Because they like doing that. They like having really obvious stuff and then just not letting you talk about it until they can be like, haha! But he was with this guy!
Well, of course I'm gonna believe Shuichi.
I believe Shuichi 100%.
The one who's not Kokichi.
100 house points. Oh, no, Himiko points to Shuichi.
I'm falling for his trap.
But to go to the salon, Shuichi would need to pass by me in the dining room.
I know it's you, Tsumugi. I know it's you, Tsumugi. We had a thing together, girl. You were my number one waifu. Why? Why? All right, let's see. Let's see how it plays out.
I wonder why I didn't notice Shuichi there. Oh well. I'll believe Shuichi anyway. He's usually right about stuff.
Sorry, but Gonta believes Shuichi too.
I see. I wanted at least Gonta to believe me.
What comes around goes around. That's what happens to liars like you.
Why do you guys hate lies that much? There's only one truth, but endless possibilities for lies, you know? And some of them are only white lies, or lies to be kind to people. If you deny all of that just because it's a lie, then that means you guys are just terrible at being lied to. Seriously, the worst!
Just spit it out already. You went to the roof, didn't you?
Isn't that where he met up with Mew?
No, he didn't just meet her there. He probably...
Okay, fine. I'll tell you if you want to know that badly. Consider this my revenge.
Revenge?
You got some balls lying
like,
to me.
he's just like fun.
I'm gonna take away your fun for pissing me off, Shuichi. I won't let you do any detective work, or deduction, or mystery solving, or anything.
Oh?
So, I'll confess everything. You guys better listen carefully.
He's taking away my victory to get me back.
A confession? So you are the culprit after all.
Shut up.
I came up with a plan after Mew asked me to meet up with her. She asked me pretty eagerly, too. So I decided to pry some info out of her. She gave me the rundown of the virtual world before she explained it to you guys. As I listened, I realized she was planning a murder. On me, no less. When I investigated the virtual world, I found out that a person can die from shock. Without a doubt, she planned to use that for my murder.
Triple X.
So that's when I decided to prepare my own crime with her plan. I pretended to cooperate with her and lured everyone into the virtual world. That's also why I worked together with Monokuma.
You worked together with Monokuma?
I guess the jig is up. Yeah, everything he said is true. Kokichi came to me with an idea to make the killing game more interesting. It was such a good idea, I decided to place a motive in the killing game simulator.
You added a motive? Then the secret of the outside world is the motive, right?
Duh.
No fair! Monokuma can't take sides!
I didn't help him with anything, and I had nothing to do with the murder itself. He merely suggested a way to spice up the killing game, and I accepted. Kokichi and I had a quid pro quo relationship. Technically, that doesn't violate the rules.
Bullshit! No matter how you look at it, you guys are working together.
Calm down. I'll explain my relationship with Monokuma, so let me finish my confession.
I'm fine with that, but you're confessing without much of a fight.
I told you. I'm gonna get in the way by taking away the mystery-solving fun. If I can't win this game, then I'll make it boring for everyone. That's my revenge. Well then, the culprit is Gonta.
Dun dun dun.
What? Huh?
What did you...
Wait! When did Gonta kill Mew?
That's a lie! He didn't kill her! Kokichi's just lying!
Now you're trying to pin things on Gonta? Do you really expect us to believe such an obvious lie?
It's weird that Smoogie didn't defend him. But Gonta was number 2 suspect.
Yeah, there's no way Gonta could commit a murder this complicated. He's not smart.
It's my turn now!
He's just like, shut up.
The truth is, Gonta and I worked together. We formed a duo to end this killing game.
Well, I see, Gonta was acting weird, and it never let us talk about how they were together this whole time, so they could reveal it at this moment.
As the Killing Game Busters!
Killing Game Busters! But I still don't think it's Gonta. It could be, but if it is, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
What busters?
We must win this killing game in order to end this killing game.
What you mean, we?
By the way, I came up with a murder plan, and Gonta carried it out.
Gonta what?
Why are you more surprised by that than the first thing he said?
'Cause Gonta have no idea what he's talking about.
Come on, quit lying and tell us the truth.
Gonta is telling the truth! He's not someone who lies all the time like you!
And no matter how naive Gonta may be, I doubt he would ever team up with Kokichi.
Yeah, not after insect meet and greet incident.
It's obvious what he's trying to do. Gonta doesn't understand the virtual world, so Kokichi's trying to trick him. He's trying to sacrifice Gonta to escape from his crime.
I don't think that's what he's trying to do at all. Just, Kaido, just shut your mouth and let it play out.
You're a terrible person! How dare you use Gonta like that?
You're right. I'm sorry. I did something horrible to Gonta. I didn't want Shuichi to hog all the glory, so I told everyone the truth.
Cut that out. I told you it's not gonna work.
Don't you think I could have pulled the strings and made Gonta carry out my commands?
It doesn't matter if it's possible or not, because I say it's just impossible.
It does matter. There's no need to bring emotions into class trials. All we need is logical thinking. Right, Shuichi?
What? Gonta not understand what's going on. But still, Gonta not kill Mew. Gonta really not know anything. And also, Gonta not tell lies. And Gonta not make trouble for others. Cause that not how gentlemen act. That why Gonta not culprit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Gonta's not lying. I can tell just by looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
I already used my magic to check. Gonta's definitely not lying.
I feel like Kokichi's trying to... He's either really is setting up Gonta, or he's trying to make the person that actually did it speak up, so he can be like, ha, I gotcha.
Then let me ask you guys. If it's not Gonta, then who's the culprit?
You, of course!
Come on! There's already proof that I couldn't have killed Mew.
There's already proof?
Oh, did you forget already? Then let me make it clear again. Why I can't be the culprit!
Dun dun dun. Setting on
I am not
Kokichi's
the
avatar.
culprit.
That's the setting.
Didn't I prove that to you guys already?
He can't touch her.
The clue is how Mew is killed.
Mew got strangled to death, right?
But I mean, he could have used a tool.
Toilet paper was the murder weapon.
Mew would have totally resisted if she was being strangled, right? Then it would have been impossible for someone as weak as me.
You talking about the strength of your virtual avatar?
No.
That wouldn't matter if you strangled her from behind.
In which case, even if she did resist, the most she could have done is merely touch the culprit.
Exactly. She couldn't struggle much. So you could have kept strangling. That's wrong.
Dang, Kaido, you're just setting it up so easy. That's why it can't be Kokichi.
Actually, maybe it wasn't possible for Kokichi to strangle Mew.
Why wasn't it possible?
Mew modified my avatar, so if she attacked me, I wouldn't be able to resist. If Mew touched me, then I'd be unable to move.
Seems like a super obvious thing, though. Like, if she would have carried this out, it would have been, like, easy peasy to, like, figure out she did it. Because it'd been like, she modified his avatar. She modified this. She did that. And it'd been like, okay, well, Mew, you did it. It's obvious. So it's a pretty terrible attempt on her part, honestly.
Huh?
But, you know, I guess that's why she wasn't the one that did it.
So I would have had to kill her instantly, such as stabbing or hitting. I couldn't have murdered her by strangulation, because it'd be game over if she touched me.
Well, if you were using the toilet paper, you wouldn't need to touch her directly.
But if you can't be touched while you're wrapping the toilet paper around her neck, then it would be impossible.
Which means, as long as she died from strangulation, it couldn't have been me.
Wait, what if it was something besides strangulation then?
There's no doubt Mew was strangled. We already discussed this.
Yeah, Kaido, Jesus Christ, shut up, man.
Kaido is really desperate to make me the culprit. No matter how much you whine about it, you can't change the truth. The culprit who killed Mew is Gonta Gokuhara. This is the truth you all adore so much.
No! Gonta not kill Mew! It's true! You gotta believe Gonta! Gonta would never hurt anyone!
We need to start explaining Gonta instead of just saying that.
You've been risking yourself to protect everyone.
Doesn't matter.
There's no way Gonta would kill. He won't even kill bugs. I believe Gonta too.
It doesn't matter what you believe in. We need facts and evidence. You freaking idiots. Well, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Believe a liar like him.
We got to build up the drama.
He's lying about Gonta being the culprit, so there's no point talking about it.
I don't know about that. If we want the truth, we might have to ask uncomfortable questions.
Right, Shuichi? You think so too, don't you?
Huh? I know how important it is to believe, but as the ultimate detective, I know we can't solve this case with belief alone.
Huh?
It's just that something doesn't add up. I have this feeling something's off. We can't keep going back and forth like this. We need to discuss this.
What,
Thank you.
You wanna suspect Gonta?
Too bad, Kaito. Looks like Shuichi agrees with me.
No, I'm not trying to...
Oh, the irony!
Oh man, he's really rubbing it in now.
It's all thanks to Kaito that Shuichi got his act together as a detective. And now, Shuichi's intuition as a detective has made him more suspicious of others. Well, can't be helped. That's just what a detective does.
That's not it, Kokichi. I'm just trying to make sure that everyone
Shuichi, Gonta really not do it. Gonta not culprit.
Gonta, look, listen, I've played through a lot of these games, and giving me those tears does not make me care at all, okay? All your feelings, put that aside. I need facts, buddy. I need facts, not your, I didn't do it because I'm a nice guy. Shut up. Prove to me you didn't do it.
Please, believe Gonta.
Give me a reason
We
to.
might as well discuss it.
Thank you.
What?
As a precautionary measure, that's all. I think we need to seriously discuss whether Gonta was capable of committing this crime.
Durr.
Only then can we arrive at a logical decision.
You guys, why don't you get it? That's just what Kokichi wants. He's just trying to split us up. Shuichi, open your eyes.
But...
2 for 1 truth special. Sorry to ruin this tense moment, but you guys seem pretty.
Oh, we gotta play. We gotta play
right
this
now.
the mini game that needs a cutscene.
So the
Oh my god.
So we're gonna do that again.
Shuichi, you're my sidekick, aren't you?
Yeah, you're getting kicked to the curb, guy.
Kaito...
Kaito, oh, we were friends, but now you won't back me up, even though I'm just blatantly saying a bunch of dumb bullcrap and have been wrong this entire time. How selfish, Kaito. How selfish of you. Jesus Christ, Kaito. Ugh. I need to find the truth. I think this is supposed to be like a big event, but it's just a matching game. That's all it is. If they want to make a good mini game, they should put Kaito in the middle of the road and let me run him over the car a couple of times. That'd be fun. All right. It's impossible. It's possible. Oh, we'll face off.
Shuichi, are you saying that Gonta is the culprit?
Culprit.
I got this! I can't say for sure he's the culprit. I'm saying we can't rule it out.
Gonta is such a sweetheart. He wouldn't hurt a fly.
Kokichi!
Don't you realize these so-called sweethearts can commit crimes too?
Could Gonta have even made it to
Kibo! The entrance hall is all that separates the rooftop from the mansion exterior.
There should have been witnesses at the entrance hall.
I got this! No, none of us were in charge of the entrance hall.
But Kokichi confessed he was working.
Kokichi!
I did cooperate with Monokuma, but only on a temporary basis.
It's all a lie. Kokichi is the one who.
Kibo!
That isn't possible, because Kokichi's avatar had special settings.
Gonta not kill Mew.
I got this! The truth is, Gonta could have murdered Mew.
Bruh. Yes, we went through and argued stuff we've already argued and figured out. Yes. The rehash. We did it.
This is our answer! In my opinion, as long as it is possible that Gonta is the culprit, we have to discuss it.
Could have said that to begin with.
That's ridiculous. You're going to believe Kokichi over Gonta?
That's not it at all. I just want the truth. If we're going to survive, I have to find the truth.
But Gonta telling truth.
Gonta.
Gonta really not culprit.
You better shut your goddamn mouth, Gonta.
I still don't think Gonta's lying.
But didn't I tell you guys already? If you're planning to expose a liar, then you have to corner them psychologically. Only then will they reveal their true self as a liar, hiding beneath a layer of deceit. That's why it hurts my heart to persecute Gonta like this! Gonta, if you understand, then do it right. Make logical arguments for the truth.
Thank you.
Logical arguments?
Yes.
It means use your head to make arguments.
Use head?
What I'm trying to say is, if you aren't the culprit, then you gotta prove that you aren't.
Thank you, Kokichi, for finally getting to that sentence. That's all we needed.
Going to really not know.
I'm sick of hearing you say you don't know. God, why are you so dumb?
Gonta just want to help everyone, like true gentlemen.
You're a true gentleman? More like a true nincompoop.
Hey! Now that's just bullying.
Bullying? Yeah, so what? That's what you do in this game, right? You guys blame and gang up on me, but now you're gonna pretend to be good people?
No, I never ganged up.
Gonta, argue back already!
Just roasting
make
him.
an excuse or whatever!
Stop it! That's enough!
Stop what? You mean stop the game? Hey, do you even know what you're saying?
Yeah, I know. What about it? I don't want to survive if it means I have to stoop to your level.
Thank God. Just go ahead and off yourself then and get out of here.
That's a low blow right there. Then just die in a hole for all I care. We want to live, so stop getting in our way.
Yeah.
Quit it. If you don't shut your mouth, then I'll shut it for you.
Magi, please, calm down.
Sorry. It Gonta's fault. Everyone's so upset.
Kokichi's so good at this. He just plays everyone like a violin. He's like, let's make everyone fight against each other. So now Gonta's gonna be like, oh, okay, I'll try.
Gonta telling truth. Gonta really not culprit. Cause Gonta not know anything. Really.
Cut it out already. That's all you've been saying this whole time.
You're the one that needs to cut it out.
Oh my God, me and Kokichi, we're on the same wavelength. Jesus, he speaks for me in the game. Wait, what did Kokichi say? All you've been saying this whole time. That's true about Gonta. This whole time, Gonta's been saying he doesn't know anything. Gonta don't understand either. Mew liked this when Gonta wake up. Gonta was sleeping too, had strange dream. Gonta not understand anything. Gonta not know murder already happened when Gonta wake up. But why it's happened? Why Mew killed? Gonta not understand. Gonta not understand anything. What if it really is Gonta and he thought it was Kokichi? No way that could happen. Gonta have no idea what he's talking about. When exactly did he start using that defense? Gonta started using I didn't know after logging out?
That's it.
That's it. It was after he logged out. That means.
Did Gonta get into an accident in the virtual world?
You know, he could have just had his stuff switched. He could just, because they talked about that.
Accident?
Accident that hurt Gonta. That was when everyone logged in for the first time, an avatar error occurred.
This is it.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
When we logged into the virtual world, an avatar user error occurred.
So an avatar user error occurred. He must have had his switched and didn't actually get in. An error. The content is the error unknown. Can't provide any details. But something strange definitely happened in someone's avatar when you all logged in.
An avatar user error?
Ever since Gonta logged out, he's been saying, I don't know, I don't understand.
That's because Gonta doesn't understand the virtual world, right?
That's what I thought at first, but I think it's because of the error.
What you mean?
What you mean? If that error was affecting Gonta, making him forgetful and loopy, then what was the error? What could it have been? Hangman's Gambit. Memory loss. He doesn't remember what happened.
I believe it's possible that Gonta doesn't remember what happened in the virtual world.
Huh?
Oh man.
He doesn't remember.
Okay, so I wanted to be Samugi real bad, and I was dogging them if it is Gonta, but this actually makes everything way better if he was just used the whole time because he couldn't control his character. Whoa. Alright, let's see what happens.
You started saying, I don't know anything after leaving the virtual world. I think that's the result of some kind of memory error.
Oh, that's why he doesn't remember anything that happened in the virtual world.
I literally just said that, shut up.
Not even killing Mew.
What? That's ridiculous! Quit screwing around!
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous.
What do you mean he doesn't remember? He's just confused.
Gonta told us he was bad with computers, remember?
You're just saying everything he says.
Memory or no memory, Gonta never hurt anyone. No way Gonta's the culprit.
Oh, we got the triple thing going on here. All right. Mass panic debate. I was wondering if we was gonna get all the mini games in. I guess we are. Setting device instructions.
Never hurt anyone.
Remember because
Doesn't remember
Gonta
anything
keep
about the
everyone
virtual
safe.
world.
You did it, but you don't remember
never
things,
kill a
right?
friend.
If there was a
Isn't that
glitch,
something
Gonta
can
is
just
gentlemen.
assume?
Gentlemen, protect
should
friends.
have affected all of us.
Your lies aren't protecting anyone.
But because we're all
Gonta
okay,
can't even kill
Gonta
an
not
insect.
lying.
that means there
That's
was.
Believe Gonta.
Got the V without the focus. God dang right. Woo! Sniper. I'm a truth sniper, baby. Oh, yeah. But Gonto's on the other side of the room by itself.
Gonta's avatar is the 2 cords on the helmet used to log into the virtual world.
Let's see what happens if you switch the cords.
I think that Gonta messed up something with the cords, causing the error.
Yeah.
If he mixed the consciousness and memory cords, then there'd be an error with memory. Like an error that won't let you bring your avatar's memories to the real world?
What? Gonta, do you think it's possible that you improperly connected the cords?
How Gonta's supposed to remember that?
He couldn't have messed it up. I said it over and over. Right is the hand you hold your chopsticks in.
Oh, but Gonta holds chopsticks with this hand.
Dun, dun, dun. Chopsticks. It all comes down to the chopsticks. Jesus Christ.
That's your left hand!
What?
Looks like it's decided.
It really doesn't decide anything, honestly.
What? Decided. He's wrong, isn't he, Gonta? You remember the virtual world, don't you?
You're not getting out of here, Smoogie.
Remember?
I know it was you.
Gonta not even go to this virtual world place.
What?
Gonta fall asleep when he put helmet on. When Gonta wake up, Mew dead. Gonta not know what happened. So, Gonta worry. Gonta not understand what everyone talking about.
No, it can't be.
But Gonta try his best to understand. Gonta imagine real hard.
That's enough, Gonta. We already know.
Know what?
We know that you totally forgot about teaming up with me and killing Mew.
Wait a minute! That lie! Gonta not kill Mew! 'Cause why would Gonta do that?
Yeah, it's a lie. I'll never accept this. And besides, Gonta's got no motive to kill Mew.
I already gave you my testimony on how I came up with the murder plan.
And I'm saying I don't believe you.
What was the murder plan?
Kokichi, if what you're saying is true, why did you plan it this way? You wanted to plan the murder yourself, but have someone else carry it out?
Is the person who planned it also included as a blackened with the perpetrator?
Nope! Only the person who actually commits the murder becomes the blackened!
Then there's no incentive to just plan the murder.
But Gonta's such a gentle soul. Why would he agree to this?
Hold on, that hasn't been decided yet.
Who cares about the motive? Let's vote for the culprit already.
I care about the motive.
Well, I don't care. Finding the culprit is more important in this class trial. Talking about the motive is meaningless. It's not necessary for this specific case.
No matter what you say, I'll never believe your lies.
We all agree that Gonta is the culprit, right? It would be impossible for anyone but him.
Or would it?
Impossible? Why?
It's pretty obvious if you use the process of elimination. Which means, Shuichi, you'll be my partner, right?
Me?
Because if you don't face the truth, then we'll all die, right? And you don't want that, do you? Okay, let's begin!
Ooh. I keep thinking of like neat plot hooks in my head. What if we all die and the game resets? Wouldn't that be something?
Quit screwing around. I'm done putting up with your selfish bullshit.
Kaito, we should listen to his explanation. Our lives depend on it.
Yes, shut up.
So, we can now take Keyboy, Himiko, and Maki off the suspect list. Shuichi, would you care to explain? I doubt they'll believe it if it came from me.
The reason Himiko and Maki can be eliminated is because they didn't have a murder, they can't access the crime scene.
They couldn't get to the crime scene, could they?
The bridge from the chapel to the mansion was gone, and only Mew could pass through the wall.
I really do appreciate how, like, everyone in this game is starting to come around to the things I've been complaining about the whole time. It's like everyone's now like, shut up, Kaido! Just shut up!
The three at the chapel had no way to get to the mansion, so they couldn't have done it. Kaito is the next one off our suspect list, and you know why, right?
Reason why Kaido isn't a suspect. Kaido, he logged out.
Kaito had logged out ahead of us.
Mew logged Kaito out from the start, but she did that to make us think the murder happened in the real world, right? Since we figured out the actual killing happened in the virtual world, it would have been impossible for Kaito, who had already logged out. Mew's time of death was around 6:30 in the morning. That's after Kaito logged out.
Kokichi's completely running the show now.
Shut up, doesn't matter.
My synergy with Shuichi is super on point now, so let's move on to the remaining suspects. Gonta, Samugi, Shuichi, and me. Samugi and Shuichi can be crossed off.
No, she can't. She can't be crossed off. It's her.
But what's the reason for that?
We didn't go to the roof. We have solid alibis. She doesn't have a freaking alibi.
Tsumugi and I are witnesses.
She's got a
to each
fake
other's
alibi.
alibis.
It's gotta be her. It's gotta be her. It can't be Gonta.
Both of you heard Mew hitting the chapel wall, right? The culprit was definitely on the roof during that time, since they slid Mew down.
See, we haven't explained the toilet paper yet. I mean, other than it being the murder weapon, and they just toss it off the side. I mean, it's easier. It's easier to explain if it's Gonta, but it almost seems too easy.
Because of that, Shuichi and Samugi can't be the culprit. That leaves only Gonta and me as the remaining
Her
suspects.
freaking little dots over there. Ooh.
Then you're the culprit!
Sorry for getting your hopes up, but didn't I already explain that's impossible?
If Mew touched him, he'd freeze in place. Kokichi wasn't capable of strangling her.
So then, it's down to one person. And who was that again? Well, who is it?
Don't answer, Shuichi! You don't need to answer that! This is all Kokichi's trap!
There's only one suspect left. Only one person who could have done this. No, you're gonna make me pick him? No! Don't make me pick Gonta! It can still be Samugi! It can still be her! It can still be her! Look at her! It's her! It's her! No! God damn. Fine, I'll pick Gonta. I'll pick him.
It's Gonta.
No.
Shuichi?
No, we're all gonna die.
Yep, Gonta is the only person who could have committed the murder. You get it now, right? That's the truth we were all reaching for. The thing you guys wanted so badly! A truth without any lies! Yu Iruma's killer is Gonta Gokuhara!
Really? Did Gonta really do it?
Jeez, is that really your reaction? It would have been fun if you went all crazy. But you forgot everything, so oh well. A culprit who can't remember their murder is pretty interesting. So, better than nothing. If Gonta remembered, his cover would have been blown so fast. Especially since he's an idiot.
Hold on. I still haven't accepted this. This has gotta be Kokichi's trap. I still believe in Gonta. He's not the kind of person who'd kill.
Kaito.
I already said this a million times, Kaito. You shouldn't use emotions to
You want proof? I've got your proof. After Tsumugi and Shuichi heard Kibo's voice in the mansion, they ran outside. And who did they see out there?
First off, how does he know this? How does he know this happened? And second of all, just north of Gonta is the toilet paper on the ground. No, it's gonna be him. It really is gonna be him. Gonta, did you see Kibo around here anywhere? No, Gonta not see him.
Gonta.
Kokichi said it himself. When Miu's avatar crashed into the chapel wall, the culprit must have been on the roof.
I see. If Gonta's the culprit, it'd be weird if he wasn't on the roof.
It's possible that he fled the mansion after he heard the impact.
You'd have to go through the entrance hall to get outside the mansion from the roof. Is that where Shuichi and Tsumugi ran to when they heard the crashing sound?
Then maybe he jumped off the roof.
That's not possible. That rooftop was pretty high up.
Normally, Gonta could have done it, but his avatar wasn't strong enough. How about that? Now you get it, right? If Gonta was the culprit, there's no way he could have been outside the mansion.
Now you can't say Gonta's the culprit. Congrats, Gonta.
What? Really?
Now it is getting kind of sad. It's just like watching, just struggling to no avail. It would have been so nice if that were the truth. If Kaido were right and this horrible trial would just end. But...
No, that's wrong.
Yeah.
What? Just because Gonta was at the mansion doesn't mean that he isn't the culprit. All the culprit needed was a way to get from the roof to outside the mansion. Huh?
Looks like Shuichi got it. I'll leave the rest to him.
Kaito, I know how you feel. I know because we all feel it. But we have to face the truth.
Man, I wanted to be Tsumugi so bad. So bad. But, of course, they always, like, hold super important pieces of information until the class trial, so you'll be wrong. I was so sure it was her. I mean, I had two suspects. It had to be either her or Gonta, but Gonta seemed like too easy. Like, it's like, okay, well, he's been acting weird. You never see him. It can't be him. Unless something happens within the next 10 minutes, then it is going to be him.
No matter how cruel that truth may be, we need to face it to survive.
Whose side are you on, Shuichi?
Kaito, please.
Kaito, Jesus Christ, man.
Aren't you my sidekick? Was that just a lie?
Kaito!
Fine then! I'll tear that sorry reasoning of yours apart and wake you up!
Can't doubt my detective work now. I want us all to survive. I can't back down. Let's play. He's got a spacesuit on, a little alien butt.
I'll never accept this! Don't you know Gonta at all? He's not the kind of guy who kills someone. Don't you know that about him by now? I'll never accept this! Don't you know Gonta at all? He's not the kind of guy who kills someone. Damn it! Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick? Wake up, Shuichi! Why won't you believe Gonta? Damn it!
Oh, knocking his armor off.
Who do you want to believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh? Saying the truth this, the truth that. There's a reason Gonta's not the culprit! Damn it!
Final blow.
There's no way to leave the mansion from the roof.
Toilet paper discovered outside of mansion.
It ends here.
Damn it!
The toilet paper we found outside the mansion. That's what the culprit used to get from the roof to the ground.
That was the one thing I couldn't explain. That was the one thing in my whole case against Tsumugi was the toilet paper. Like, I knew it was used as a murder weapon. I was like, maybe she somehow used it. to hold Mew there and let it unravel, and it like slowly let her, and then she went off the top of the roof, which could have worked, but how it got from the roof to the ground is what I was like, well, that was like my glaring hole that I had, is how that happened. And it makes sense that they got down, but what doesn't make sense to me is how they used it to get down and got the toilet paper down there as well. If they tied it off, then how did it get to the bottom? This toilet paper is the only thing that doesn't make sense.
The toilet paper?
The same toilet paper that was used as the murder weapon. That's why we didn't find it anywhere else.
Unless Kaido or Kokichi undid it.
Not at the scene of the crime, nor on Mew's body. It was outside the mansion.
Hold on. If they use the toilet paper as a rope to get down from the roof, then they need to tie it to something. But there was nothing to tie it to. I know because I investigated the roof.
You're stubborn, Kaito. You're still going on about this.
Of course I am. I'm gonna believe in Gota till the very end.
No, there was something that the toilet paper could have been tied to.
What?
Could have been tied to the little glass thing.
There!
There!
The binoculars on the rooftop. The toilet paper could have been tied there.
Good.
However, I don't think the culprit actually tied it down there. They just hung it.
Oh.
And then used the doubled up toilet
That
paper to
makes
climb
sense.
down.
That makes sense.
But in that case, they would have had to tug on it in order to take it down.
And then roll it back up.
That's correct, because I came up with that idea.
Really?
But I thought I told Gonta to put the toilet paper back in the bathroom. Oh, I guess he ran into someone on the way and then threw it somewhere close by. Looks like Kaito's morale is shot, so this whole thing is done now.
The matter does appear to be settled.
That... it's...
So, it's true. Going to really kill Mew.
But I'm the one who came up with the plan. Anyway, just admit your crime, Gonta. Even though you don't remember, you still did it.
But why did Gonta do such terrible things?
See, it was a terrible, like the story would have been terrible if he just did it and was aware. But since he doesn't remember, that makes it more interesting. Like I was mad, like I was talking trash earlier. I was like, man, this is like the worst freaking story ever. Gonta, blah, 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 he did it because he's an idiot, whatever. But then he doesn't remember and was forced to do it.
Wait, before you start crying, you gotta admit your crime first.
Stop. I won't let you, Kokichi. If anyone is gonna get him to confess, it's me. Gonta, I'm going to look back at the whole case one more time, okay? When you're convinced, you just let me know, all right? Let's end this together.
Oh, poor Gonta. Oh, poor Gonta. Okay. So sad. Closing argument. All right, let's play the little game.
This is the truth of the case.
Dun dun dun. Act 1.
The case began last night. After being convinced by Mew, we all logged in to the virtual world. To log in, you have to plug the memory and consciousness cords into the device.
Which is weird. Why weren't they already connected? Why do we have to do it?
So, we all plugged those cords into our helmets and entered the virtual world. But the culprit had accidentally plugged their cords into the wrong ports. Because of this, a connection error occurred between the culprit's brain and their avatar. As a result,
plot convenience.
The culprit would forget everything that happened in the virtual world.
So convenient. If this was Kokichi's plan, what if that wouldn't have happened? What if that wouldn't have happened? Like, this whole plan hinges on the fact that he put his stuff in wrong.
It's possible that this had an effect on their avatar's personality as well. Because I can't believe that someone so kind could commit murder. But we had no idea this error even happened. And so, we all logged in one by one.
You don't think that Gonta mixing up the chords and being the vegetable that Kokichi could control that wasn't important to this entire thing working out? So you think Gonta would have strangled someone in the game for Kokichi if he knew what he was doing? We'll see when we get there. But as the story stands right now, it's kind of weird. But either way, we'll keep going.
Meanwhile, Mew was the last to log in. She had modified the killing game simulator so she could accomplish a specific goal. After Mew confirmed we were all logged in, she took out the bottle of poison and placed it on Kokichi's seat. This was done to make it look like Kokichi was killed by poison when we returned. Yes, the reason Mew modified the simulator and brought us to the virtual world was to kill Kokichi in the virtual world, but make it look like he had died in the real world. After we had all logged in, Mew explained the world to us. Use the salon phone to log out. Objects are unbreakable. Your avatars use all 5 senses. She also explained the map of the virtual world in the mansion's entrance hall, but her explanation was intentionally false.
I guess Kokichi could have told Gonta that it just forced you to log out instead or something.
However, one of us was able to see through her scheme. The very person Mew was trying to kill, Kokichi. Kokichi was going to use Mew's plan against her and plotted her murder.
Well, she took so long to explain everything, too. I wonder at what point she did explain the important stuff, and maybe Gonta just didn't hear it.
But Kokichi wouldn't do it himself. He used a patsy to be the culprit in this case.
Patsy?
Kokichi was tight-lipped about the motive, so I don't know why the culprit agreed. But it seems as though right after logging in, when Kokichi and the culprit went outside, they were already working together to execute the murder. Eventually, we met up with Kokichi and crossed the river to the chapel.
There's a couple of ways they can make...
split up to try to find some secret of the outside world.
There's a couple of different ways where they can make Gonta look like the martyr. Like the hero that had the best intentions, and I wonder if they'll do that. I wonder if they'll do that, or if they'll just try to make Kokichi look as evil as they can.
Kaito, Kokichi, Gonta, Tsumugi, and I investigated the mansion, while Maki, Himiko, Kibo, and Mew investigated the chapel. Splitting us up was also part of Mew's plan. At the chapel, Mew told Maki that she was going to look around outside. She chased after our group while we were heading toward the mansion.
Zoom!
Once she made sure we were across, she dropped the bridge into the river. This was to trick us into thinking that the river separated the mansion and chapel. At the time, we thought nothing of it. It was just another one of Mew's pranks. That's why we continued with the original plan to find the secret of the outside world. We went to the mansion and split up to look for clues. Kokichi searched the salon. Kaito searched the roof. Tsumugi searched the dining room. I searched the kitchen. And finally, the culprit searched outside the mansion. Around that time, Mew was headed for the wall that was on the side of the chapel. She passed through the wall and headed for the mansion to kill Kokichi. You see, the wall was a special wall that Mew had added herself. This wall was programmed so that only objects could pass through. And Mew had changed her avatar settings from human to object. That was the hidden route she prepared for herself. She set up a wall that only she could pass through.
Mew headed toward the mansion, but she was seen by Tsumugi on the way.
I was hoping that Tsumugi saw her and was like, haha, and just went and killed her. But I guess that would be too convenient.
When she entered the mansion, she pulled out her cell phone.
Maybe she could have done that whenever.
She didn't tell us that there was another way to log out. Then, she spoke a name into the phone, which forced that person to log out.
Seems like that'd be something she would do, like, not in the mansion.
It was Kaito who was on the roof at the time. The same roof where Kokichi and Mew were going to meet.
Look at him. What? He's going Super Saiyan.
By having Kaito search the roof and then forcing him to log out, she was making him look the most suspicious. But her plan didn't go smoothly. Kokichi was waiting on the roof with a culprit and the toilet paper used to kill Mew. While Mew was distracted by Kokichi, the culprit snuck up from behind. And used the toilet paper from the mansion's bathroom to strangle Mew. This was only possible because objects in the virtual world are unbreakable. Mew's avatar was strangled to death, and the shock killed Mew in the real world. After the murder, Kokichi left the cleanup to the culprit and left the roof. He probably returned to the salon as soon as he could to avoid drawing suspicion. The culprit then took the lattice from the storage room and placed Mew's body on top along with the hammer and the cell phone.
Yeah.
The culprit heaved the lattice over the railing and forcefully slid it down the roof slope.
Just put all the stuff on her back. Whee!
With a body on top of it, the lattice became a makeshift sled and flew off the roof. It went through the wall that only objects can pass through before crashing into the chapel. That was the crashing sound that Kibo heard in the chapel and we heard in the mansion. Mew's wall hid the fact that the mansion and chapel were actually right next to each other. That's why Tsumugi and I were able to hear the crash from the mansion. As the final step, the culprit had to then get off the roof. Because we were at the mansion, they couldn't take the stairs or they'd be seen. So they used the toilet paper again to escape from the rooftop. They hung the toilet paper from the binoculars on the roof and used it like a rope to climb down. Once the culprit was safely on the ground, they pulled at the toilet paper to retrieve it. They would have returned it to the bathroom, but they ran into us as we were leaving the mansion. In a panic, the culprit tossed the toilet paper somewhere nearby. Without that one little mistake, we might never have solved this case because the culprit doesn't remember.
Oh, so cute. Shouldn't use that as a thumbnail though, because it's a huge spoiler.
This is the truth you've forgotten. Gonta Gokuhara, the ultimate entomologist.
He's smashing his bug cage. He's so mad. Ah! Complete.
Gonta, this is the truth we've reached.
Sorry. Gonta not really understand, 'cause Gonta not smart boy, but if everyone agree, then everyone probably right. Gonta, trust everyone.
Gonta.
But why? Gonta kill Mew, forget everything. Gonta even think he not do anything bad, and then Gonta try to blame someone else and make everyone suffer. Why? Why Gonta do such terrible things?
Gonta, it's not your fault.
It's Kokichi's fault. He must have tricked Gonta.
Huh? I totally didn't trick him.
Kokichi would have had to told him something after they already entered the world for Gonta to forget. If he would have known beforehand, he'd still remember.
Before we go into that, it's voting time.
Oh, man.
Finish up the class trial first.
But is this the right answer? We're not being fooled by Kokichi?
I wish that we were.
So sure it's Tsumugi. But they like write her off like so easy. Like, oh yeah, she was in the other room. She has an alibi. She does not. It still very well could have been her. It just makes more sense to be Gonta.
Huh? Wrapping things up already? What a buzzkill of an ending. It lacks the rush of previous voting times. Well, after so many killing games, I guess it was bound to happen eventually.
It's just as well. This killing game is a bad influence on the baby.
Oh my, Monotaro. You're even starting to look like a father.
Yeah! I've gotta get my act together for the baby.
Now then, pull yourselves together and let's begin! The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off! It's voting time!
Who is it? Well, she is my waifu, so you know. The giant character always has to die. The strong character always has to be dealt with. Every game, they never make it. Oh well, Gonta. Please wait. Announcement.
It seems the voting has finished. Now then.
I wonder how many
let's
voted for
see
Kokichi.
the result.
How many voted for Kokichi this time? Results. One person voted for Kokichi. I wonder who that was. I'm sure it was Kaido still.
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Verdict. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Gokuhara. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Victory. Well, it's sad. I mean, it is right now because he doesn't remember, but once it's explained, it will probably be a different story. Fourth class trial. How did I do? Well, I'd retried once. I got an A still. 300 coins. Nice. Nice. Yeah, nice body. Oh, fairy tale.
Right.
Well, look at that. You voted correctly. Congratulations, you guys. See, the whole time, you know, I thought it was Tsumugi just because, I mean, she was there. Gonta was mysteriously absent the entire time, but I didn't even think about it because it's Gonta, you know? It's Gonta. So Gonta, he did it. Sad day.
Let me hear your joyful voices! Let me hear your joyful voices!
Damn.
Wah!
Jeez, they're all just moping around. They should be happy for themselves. I know, I'm super happy. Hey, what should we name the kid? Good question. We should prepare 6 names.
Yay!
What, you're having 6 tuplets? I'm so happy I might go crazy.
And another thing.
Hey, Kokichi, you said this would liven things up. What gives, huh?
Here.
You said you were gonna liven up the killing game and the class trial. You said I'd put the motive in the secret outside world into the killing game simulator. That was just a lie. Oh, so it's just a lie.
What was that?
You just laughed it off?
Hey,
He just laughed it off. Are you satisfied, Kokichi? I want you to tell us. What is the outside world? What is the outside world? What is the motive you gave Gonta? Oh, that's me talking. What is the outside world? What's the motive you gave Gonta? I plan to explain it all, but it's more, how do I say it? You guys are just gonna assume it's a lie if you hear it from my cute lips.
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah, then let's have Gonta explain. Oh, Gonta.
Please stop.
Gonta doesn't remember anything. How can you expect him to?
All right.
Then we should all go back into the killing game simulator. What?
Because...
Why don't we ask the Gonta in the virtual world? But going back to the virtual world is... There's a much easier way than that pain in the ass method. Oh man.
His memories didn't transfer over, so they're still in the virtual world as data.
I'm sure they are. Look at his little hands go. Cha 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 cha.
I can combine Gonta's consciousness from his last login with that leftover memory data.
From here?
Ta-da! Alter Ego Gonta is now complete.
Alter Ego. Oh no, the AI. Is Gonta gonna become an AI and help us? Oh, okay. You guys remember a theory I had saying that these characters resemble other characters from the first game a lot? I don't know if it's just a throwback, but just saying.
Alter ego?
Basically, it's a separate Gonta that only exists in virtual space. If we listen to what he says, we should be able to find out what happened in that world.
Huh? What this? What happening? Huh?
This is Gonta?
Huh?
Is that Gonta?
What's that mean?
What sort of phenomenon is this? What did you do?
Hey,
Relax, Himiko. It's not magic. It's not a trick. Alter Ego Gonta is just a computer simulation. I'm just imitating Gonta through patterns. It's actually different from the real Gonta. Gonta not understand. Who this alter ego person?
Now then.
See? It's even stupid like the real Gonta. You can hardly tell the difference. Plus, he's got Gonta memories of the virtual world, so he should remember what happened.
Please.
Then other Gonta, tell Gonta.
Why?
Why? Why did Gonta kill Mew?
Huh?
Kill Mew? Why does other Gonta know about...
Oh, man.
Unfortunately, our plan failed. You can tell them the truth now.
Oh. Gonta.
Then Gonta no could save everyone?
Huh?
Save everyone.
Gonta don't know.
Hey, answer Gonta, why did Gonta kill Mew?
Wrong.
Gonta just want to save everyone. You wanted to save everyone?
That's...
Gonta, what do you mean?
Gonta.
Gonta think for a long time. How can Gonta be useful for everyone? Gonta not smart enough to help with trials. Gonta strong, but no can fight exhilarating. Gonta feel frustrated because Gonta no could do anything. Gonta understand. This how Gonta feels.
Yeah.
Technically they're the same person.
But...
So that why Gonta think he have to do it for everyone's sake. Gonta think he do it because everyone else not want to.
Gonta.
So Gonta kill Mew.
What?
What do you mean by that? I don't get it at all.
Oh.
Jeez, Gonta's bad at explaining as always. I guess I'll have to help. So if you remember what happened at that time... No, we shouldn't if we want to prevent another murder from happening. Yoink! I'll take that card key then. Yeah, we've had that card key for a while. It was the last motive we got and we haven't done anything with it. But they must have done something with it. The card key, you used it?
Yeah.
After working tirelessly, I finally found the door for the card key. After opening it, I saw the outside world.
What?
The outside world?
What?
Well, that was Monokuma's motive? But why would seeing the outside world be a motive? I'll tell you guys in a second, but that's just what I found out about Mia's plan. And it hit me, if I combine the two, then I'd be able to save everyone.
Please wait.
Save everyone, what do you mean? Hey, now you gotta listen to everything I say first. Anyway, that's when I made a deal with Monokuma. If I livened up the killing game, then he would let me out in the outside world. It let me use the outside world as a motive again. Again.
In other words...
Let me chime in. The motive key card that Kokichi nabbed was the right to view the outside world. But even though he saw the outside world, he didn't try to use it for the killing game. That disappointed me, but then Kokichi suggested that that we reuse the motive. He said that we should bring back the right to view the outside world one more time. And I decided to run with that idea. So I loaded a flashback light with memories of the outside world and put it in the simulation. Memories of the outside world and the flashback light?
What?
Secret of the outside world and the virtual reality world about the fly, blah, 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 blah. And if it was the flashback light, it would mean the secret of the outside world is part of our forgotten memories. are you saying?
Wait,
But why would anything about the outside world be a motive in the first place?
Incomprehensible.
What's going on here?
Oh,
You can't remember? Okay, fine.
get it?
Let's talk about the motive later. We have to finish up this case first. Monokuma hid a flashback light in the simulator, but I knew where it was hidden, and I showed it to Gonta in the virtual world.
hey!
Hey, you even knew where it was hidden? That's not fair.
Tell you the truth,
I just placed it. I never said I actually hid it.
too bad.
If anyone had asked, I would have gladly told you where it was. It's a little late for that.
Always messing
So
around.
Gonta was exposed to the flashback light. Yeah, then Kokichi gave Gonta leave together. But Gonta watched Kokichi so he not do anything weird. Gonta, you're so sweet, but I knew you'd say that. Even without your ridiculous physical strength, as long as you're selfless and courageous, you'd make a terrific bodyguard. Bodyguard? With you on my side, I know I'll be safe from any trap. Okay then, let's go! Oh, wait, Kokichi. It's okay. Leave it to Gonta. Gonta, keep eye on Kokichi.
Could it be?
Was Kokichi trying to lure Gonta off by himself?
Maybe.
The only person I entrusted with the secret of the outside world was Gonta. After that, Gonta got taken to forest near mansion. Is this flashback light? It looks like it. Maybe the secret of the outside world is hidden in it. We gotta tell everyone. Wait! Are you sure you want to believe a liar like me so easily? Huh? This might be a trap, you know. Shouldn't you check it if I'm lying first? I mean, you want to protect everyone, right? This is the perfect time to do it. Protect everyone?
How'd this happen?
And they're going to remember secret of outside world. But that just confused Gonta more about what to do. What Gonta do to save everyone? Gonta no could think of anything. So I told him. He's not even going to tell me what the outside world... I mean, it's probably destroyed anyway. If he wants to save everyone, he should put everyone out of their misery. In other words, a mercy kill.
What did you say?
No way!
Was Gonta tricked?
Wrong.
No, you not tricked. Because when Gonta remembers secret of outside world, Gonta think it would be easier to die. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What? Remember what everyone said at the beginning? That this academy is hell? Gonta agree. Academy that forces students to be part of killing game. So everyone think they want to escape this place, right? But if it's still hell outside, what do we do?
Huh?
What do you mean, Gonta? Outside is hell. Inside is hell. What should Gonta and friends live for?
How'd this happen?
And everyone who died, what they die for? It's hell outside and hell inside.
But
And then Kokichi tell me, best way to save everyone from hell is to put them out of misery while they still know how they still not know. And only then only one who could do such dirty work is Gonta.
Yeah.
And that's right, the only way he can save everyone is to free them from this hell. Gonta took on the dirty work for us. If he survived the class trial, he would have lived in this hell alone.
Get it?
Gonta took on the role for us. Shouldn't we appreciate him more?
Hold on.
Wait a minute! I still don't get what's happening.
The
outside world, are you talking? What the heck's out there? What do you mean? What are Kokichi gonna see? What did we forget?
Hey,
Hurry up and tell us, or else we won't be able to understand it. Gonta, what pushed you to do such a thing?
please.
Answer, Gonta.
Sorry.
Gonta no can tell you.
Why?
Can't tell us why. Because if Gonta tell you, then everyone will end up like Gonta. Everyone. Despair.
Huh?
Despair. I know it. A despair that makes you want to die. A despair that makes you want to put everyone out of their misery. Did you think the kind Gonta would tell you with such despair from his own mouth?
But
now we don't know any more than when we started. Now you know Gonta and I formed the Killing Game Busters, right? Then can't you accept everything about this case? You can imagine the rest, right? I used Mew's plan and turned it against her. I hid Gonta away from sight where Mew and I were supposed to meet. Huh? Kaido's not here. Yeah, you're right. Oh man, I'm honored you asked to meet up with me, Mew. Is this a booty call? Or are you here to kill me? So you figured it out. There's nothing you can do. You can't resist me. I made sure of it when I programmed your settings. Wait, for the booty call or for the murder? Oh, guess I'm in trouble now. I'm sorry, but you should just give up. This is my only chance. I have no choice but to do this. My inventions will change the world. They'll make the world a better place. It's my duty as a genius inventor, so I can't afford to die here. Sorry, Gonta. So sorry. Dun, dun, dun. But that's gonna be the end of this episode. Oh, the cliffhanger, but I've been recording for about 2 hours, so it's time to stop this. Thank you guys very much. We'll see what happens to Gonta and the rest of this explanation in the next episode. Thank you guys very much once again. And until next time, stay toasty, my friends. Bye.